famous, y'all know what time it is. It's that boy who? It's that boy what? It is that boy Ralphie. And yes, it is keeping it real with Ralphie. Now y'all probably wondering why I'm here, what's on my mind, what's on the membrane, what's been going on with me. But okay. Now, I'm sorry about last week that I missed last week. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't really had nothing going on. It was just, of course. I ain't gonna get into detail to that. But anyway. So, y'all probably wondering why I'm here and what I'm gonna talk about today. Once again, I think this is the third week of Monday Night Raw being on Netflix, and this is my recap of it. So, not even gonna lie to you, Monday Night Raw started off, of course, with Jey Uso getting ready to come out and cut a promo, but then Gunther, of course, we know Gunther came out there and interrupted. And when Gunther interrupted, of course, Gunther mentioned his brother, mentioned Sammy, he mentioned Roman, and all this and that. Even though we all know, I hate to say it, even though we all know, come Saturday night's main event, it's gonna be a good match between Jimmy and Gunther, but we all know Jay's not winning that world title no time soon. So the thing is, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, and it's honestly, it's gonna be completely honest in how I'm finna be with things. Jey Uso, like I told my girlfriend, Jey Uso will be a world champion sometime down the line. I don't know when they're gonna make that effort to make it happen, but eventually we will see Jey Uso win the world heavyweight title. Eventually, I don't know when. Then of course, you had I want to say then of course you had Penta. I mean, not Penta. I ain't even gonna get into that. Then, of course, everybody should know WWE is still doing like the little transfer little protocol thing that they call it. I guess where they starting to move superstars around more often, and it's like Bayley is one of them superstars, I guess, that is on the Monday Night roster. And from what I'm seeing, Roxanne Perez was also there because Bayley had a match against Nia Jax. And the thing with that was, even though that match was great, excellent, it's crazy. It's crazy because now the thing is, and I truly and really think they really are finna call Roxanne Perez and Trick Williams up to the main roster, which we already know we're gonna see them on the Monday Night Raw. We probably gonna see them at the Royal Rumble, which is next Saturday. And then not even just that, of course, I'm not even gonna lie. If Roxanne Perez does get called up to the main roster, I will honestly sit here and say I would love to see her go to Monday Night Raw for her and Bayley to have a feud with one another because, like I said, this new Roxanne Perez that we got had one of the longest reigns with the NXT Women's Championship. She really put her mark onto that title, you feel me? She put her mark on that title and she carried the NXT Women's division. And of course we all know who is control of the NXT Women's division now, which is Julia, but we ain't gonna get into that. But and then of course you had Sheamus and Braun Breaker that had a little mini segment backstage, basically where Braun Breaker basically sat there and told Sheamus, "Why don't you just go ahead and retire?" Because as we all know, these past two Monday Night Raws, we only been seeing Braun Breaker sit in the crowd. And I ain't gonna lie to you, as a Braun Breakers fan and all that, and being a fan of Sheamus, it's like even though y'all waited to Saturday night's main event to see what's gonna actually cook and what's gonna go down with it, even though I say Sheamus is gonna win the title, and I'm praying and hoping that they let him win the IC title because that's the only title that hasn't, you feel me, been you feel me in his section of making him a Grand Slam champion. Then of course, you have what else went on Monday? Then of course, you had Chad Gable go to Dominic Mysterio to ask him about his luchador problem and everything, and who was going to fight who was going to fight Penta next Monday. And to anybody that doesn't know who Penta is, well, as I know him, Pentagon Jr., how can I put this? He's literally wrestled them now all over this country, all over the country. He's one of the top luchadors of this era, if you ask me, because his first match, which was last Monday against Chad Gable, literally, I'm not gonna lie, that match cooked. And then this match with Pete Dunne this past Monday also cooked. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I truly and dearly want to see them do amazing things with Penta, because for him to be around, for him to be one of the biggest world sensations of a lucha libre wrestler, and how he's been around from Lucha Underground, TNA, AEW, and now WWE. And I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Like, don't get me wrong, AEW. I feel like AEW could have did a lot more better with Pentagon Jr., which is a God honest the truth. But we all know AEW. We all know how AEW treat superstars, and how superstars been leaving AEW to come to WWE. But we're gonna get into that another time too. Then of course, you know, you had Sami Zayn he said he's declaring himself into the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, like, Sami Zayn has always been the underdog in the WWE, if you ask me. And he's always managed to come through. Like, did nobody, even myself last year, to expect him to be able to be the one to beat Gunther for the IC title and in his 666 days championship reign. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it's like, the thing is, I don't put nothing past Sami Zayn. I do see Sami Zayn winning the world championship sometime soon, but the way the WWE is going, we might get another Kevin Owens versus Sami at WrestleMania, which I don't have a problem with. But if it is, it's like, we hopefully this closes the chapter of them, but of them between the two. But long story short, it's like Kevin Owens and his delusion, of course. At least I'm gonna say this: Kevin Owens living in his delusion, saying that he's the real champion, which we all know he's not, and the stuff that he was basically sitting there saying to Sami Zayn and all this, and it's just like, you know, of course, like how all this is leading up. Like I said, we all know this is gonna lead to Sami versus Owens. I mean, Zayn versus Owens at Mania. So, not even gonna lie, I definitely be excited to see the match and see how the match is gonna progress and how it's gonna play out. But other than that, then of course, going back to the Penta versus Pete Dunne match. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You might have some people that might disagree with me. You might have some people that might agree with me. But Penta's first two matches have actually cooked with Monday Night Raw, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. And it's like you have some people out here I guess, that didn't like the match, which is, you could feel me, cool. Everybody's entitled to their opinion and how they feel about things. But then it's like, the thing is, you literally have people out here that's just I want to say that's just crazy, and just feed off what I've heard the call of it, a rage bomb, where they want people to actually react to what is being said and what is being, you know, of course. But like I said, we're gonna, like, I'll get into that sometime down the line. But like I said, Penta's first two matches in the on Monday Night Raw WWE period has been good. And like I said, I do see him as a future IC champion. I do see him as a future world champion in WWE. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because he does have that stature about himself, and he has had that stature in other companies. Even though one of those companies didn't see the potential in Penta, and now look where he's at. And you feel me? With that, like, with that whole little situation being said, you feel me? Like, yeah. But other than that, what else? Then of course, you know, you had the situation with the Liv Morgan. I feel like Liv Morgan is setting Dominic Mysterio or something. And I'm not saying like something good. I'm basically saying like something bad. I truly and dearly feel like she's up for something, which I don't know possibly, but I truly and dearly feel like she's getting ready to set him up after what he did, after when she lost to Rhea Ripley and everything. Then of course, you know, we had a bang of a match with Bayley versus Nia Jax. That match was one of the sleeper matches of the night, if you ask me, because it was like what I mean sleep, like, basically, some people probably slept on that match, but the match was actually good. If you really want to technically be real and honest, the match was actually good. Like, this series good. And with that said, you feel me, like, the whole little situation being said, not even gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised down the line if we was to get a Bayley versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania for the Women's World Heavyweight title. Which I will say, that match would cook if they made it happen. Not even gonna lie to y'all. That match would definitely cook if they made it happen. But other than that, now Then of course, before the show started, we had Nia Jax attack Rhea Ripley, which made the match at Saturday Night's main event. Which I'm not gonna lie, watching Rhea Ripley go up against Nia Jax wouldn't be bad because of course we seen them go against each other at Elimination Chamber last year. It was a good match. But other than that, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like I said, Monday Night Raw on Netflix. These last 3 episodes of Monday Night Raw on Netflix has been good. Not even gonna y'all. Then of course, the main event. Then of course we had, you feel me, our main event. Basically, you feel me. Basically, we had Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre in a wrestling rematch. I know that match was good. Like from start to finish, that match was good. And it was like you really like that. I know that match had people on the edge of their seats. It had me on the edge of my seats. It had me on the edge of the seat because it was just like, wow. They was countering, like it was counter after counter, and it was like, wow, like didn't nobody know who could win it. But fortunately, Seth Rollins redeemed himself and won. But then Drew, of course, we know Drew McIntyre came and attacked him after he won. Then after that, he was finna ready to crush. He's finna ready to crush his skull. But to make a long story short, Zayn came up for a save just for him to just accidentally Lula kick Seth Rollins. Which I'm not gonna lie, I still believe Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is gonna make. Not Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins is gonna make some type of alliance with something to basically either stop the bloodline or just anybody that's involved with the bloodline. Because, like I said, literally Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens are both in their delusional phases where they really sit here and think. And the only thing about that is, at least Kevin Owens came out there during Tribal Combat and damn near tried to stop Roman Reigns from coming Tribal Chief. And then people were making excuses talking about, Drew had a match against Jay. It didn't matter. You should have won. You should if you know you didn't want Roman Reigns top, should have kept that and helped too. It would have made more sense. But what Drew McIntyre do? He complained about losing this match to Jey Uso though. But hey, like I said, Monday Night Raw on Netflix. The third week of it. Oh, I almost forgot about CM Punk. CM Punk cooked with his promo. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When I said that man cooked with that promo, especially he said that even if Hulk Hogan literally brings his ass to the Royal Rumble, I will throw his dusty ass up over top. Sami Zayn not on my level. Roman Reigns had to call me for help against his cousin. And like he said, there's no friend. CM Punk is determined to win the Rumble. I'm not gonna lie, CM Punk is one of my picks to win the Royal Rumble this year. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And then I'm like one of the main things I was sitting here and ask. And I'm still gonna ask that. What was that favor he asked of Paul Heyman? And within time we'll find out though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Within time we will find out what that favor is. But other than that, your boy Ray is finna go on here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I will be back Friday, of course, to give my predictions of Saturday night's main event. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all be ready for it. And then not even just that. If y'all, of course, if to anybody that's familiar with the streaming app Kick, if you feel me, if anything, go follow my what's the name? Go follow my Kick, my streaming app Kick. Kick. Damn, I'm sorry, y'all. Go follow me on Kick. It's the same name as my name. That boy Ralphie _X. Literally, you feel me? Help you boy. I'm finna start streaming pretty soon. So, but other than that, before I get up out of here, I do have a shout out before I get up out of here. And the person that I will have to shout out, I will have to give a special shout out to. Now I know I've got plenty of shout outs. I have to give a shout out to my girlfriend because I'm gonna just say this, with her being around me, she's pushed me, she's motivated me to get better with this. And like I said, she's also pushed me to get better with the streaming. Get better with streaming app too as well. So now, like I said, pretty soon I know I'm finna start streaming, and I know I'm finna probably get more attention with streaming. Even though, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna give up on YouTube. I'm still gonna be with YouTube as well. But other than that, you feel me? Like I said, shout out to my girlfriend. Shout out to my girlfriend Veronica. I love you, baby. Thank you so much. But other than that, your boy Ralphie is finna go on and get up out of here. I thank y'all and I love y'all for the support. By the way, if y'all come across this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, share. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Peace.